Hello everyone, and welcome to the Deeply Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deeply Renegade, and I would like to welcome you guys to episode 84. Today is Sunday, April 12th, 2015, and I'm glad you could join me today. It is a pretty lovely day out today. It's been overcast, but it looks like the sun's finally gonna peek through for a little bit. And I do have some knitting and spinning to show you guys. So let's see where to start. Well, I suppose I wouldn't record if I didn't have knitting and spinning to show. So my yoga mat bag is coming along nicely. As you can tell, it's now the width of the screen, which I think I still have a bit more to go. So this is about 9 ounces in, because here's my end. But I do have another 2 ounces of the 3-ply of the whole thing. So I'm thinking, I haven't even put my yoga mat back, or my yoga mat in it yet, so we'll see how it comes in on length pretty soon. Maybe I'll bring my yoga mat inside and see how it's coming. But it's been a good mindless knitting project. Not as much love on it this week as last week, or the week before. I don't even know how long I've been working on the silly thing. It does seem to be the right thing for the yarn. And I really want a yoga mat bag, so I think in this regard it has been a success. The women at the knitting store were really confused. It's like, why are you making such a large tube? But it's okay. For some reason I was thinking I was hearing a strange noise from inside, but it looks like it's okay. Delightful coffee. So the other thing that's gotten a bit more love this week is the, I can extract it from the bag, is the Union Jack Argyle socks. So I think I'm like halfway into the second pattern repeat now. And I'm just pulling this right side out again so I can show you guys. I'm thinking that 2 pattern repeats is going to be about right for this sock. So it is from, the pattern's from Think Outside the Socks. And it's a pretty easy color work pattern. It's fairly intuitive about what's supposed to be going on. And the dark blue is Wool Mesa Twin in the Dora colorway, and the red is Fiber Webs, which is a yarn from Australia I got in a swap. So it's coming along nicely. It's probably going to be getting a lot more love this week, because I am nearly done with my sweater. So let me show you guys how I'm doing on that. So I ended up, like a couple weeks ago I told you guys I was amazed I had done so much knitting with one skein. I was definitely like halfway through the second skein when I said that. I had to break into the third skein in order to finish the final sleeve, so this is where I'm at in terms of yarn. And actually I should just put away these needles because I don't need them for the rest of the knit. They actually call for using a smaller needle for the ribbing and button bands and all that other stuff, so. But I have, all of my pieces are complete, so, and I blocked them yesterday, so they're looking all very lovely. So I have a back, I have my right front, my left front, and a pair of sleeves. Da-da-da. Ta-da! So, pair of sleeves done. They are all blocked. They smell of wool wash. You can see, what is it? You can see where I ended up needing to join in the third ball. So, I was close, but I still have all of the finishing to do still, so I guess I'm not knitting a Woolmeisa sweater in just 2 skeins. So, that is the story there. So, I have all these pieces, and I need to seam them up. I was hoping to seam them up before I started to record the podcast, but it was pretty clear that that wasn't going to be in the cards before whatever the afternoon was over. But the vast majority of the knitting is done, so seam it, or whatever. I'm planning on sitting down and beginning to seam it tonight. Which will be a little bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. And then I jump into the finishing aspect of things. So that'll be, putting in the neckband, putting in the button bands and all that other stuff. And I got some really cute buttons yesterday. I ended up meeting one of my friends because she also needed to buy buttons. But now I need to find where in the world I've been hiding said buttons. There should be a package somewhere in here with buttons. The buttons are very well hidden right now. So well hidden that I can't even show you guys. I hope I didn't leave them at the yarn store. That would have been unfortunate. Those buttons are very lost, but they were very, very cute buttons. You'll have to trust me on that. God, I hate it when that happens. So they were gray and white and had this nice sort of speckly pattern to them. I was very attracted to the metal buttons, but you can't put metal buttons on everything. And it was actually, they were clashing a little bit with the gray, so I needed something that contrasted with it. I couldn't have something that really matched it, if that makes any sense. It just irritates me that I cannot find my buttons. But obviously they are not in my bag right now, so. Oh well. But I'll probably have to put a call into the local yarn shop because I have a strong suspicion I left them there if they're not in my bag. So I'll be doing the finishing. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a finished sweater for next week. I'm sure it's not actually going to be the end of the world to finish a sweater in that time. So that is the story there. Oh, I have my pattern over here, but I don't really need my pattern at the moment. So not too much left to go on this one. So I ended up finishing some spinning. So last week I needed to do the final plying on Chocolate Chitlin Fleece number 8, and it is complete. But I also finished plying this afternoon Chocolate Chitlin Fleece number 9. So, woo! 2 finished skeins this week. So, what was it? Number 8 was 95 yards, and number 9 was about 88 yards. Number 9 still needs its bath, but it isn't going to be that bad. And this one is actually probably much closer to the weight that I was spinning with my spindles consistently, so I'm glad that I'm sort of zeroing in on what the right thing is. I'll just show you guys the skeins. So I'll need to take some photos because this is part of my spin the bin, but it is coming along nicely. I'm just sort of pulling the hay out because there's so much hay. The Dursit level one is actually getting pretty irritated because the pile of crud that I could not spin was quite large. So what is it? So I've finished grading all of my fleece and more or less breaking it into locks and getting everything ready to go for the next round of carding, which I still haven't done the next round of carding. I still have another 2-ounce bag to spin, but I'm probably going to, at this point, take a short break and spin my Mega Cell fiber next, which is Into the World Death. Just because I do want to make sure that I hit up that one as a part of the spinning. Let's see, what else? But I should sit down and card some more. I think I have everything pretty much ready to go for carding more. It's just a matter of actually sitting down and doing it, but since I'm wearing my weekend jeans, I think they have a really big hole in the knee. You guys can't even really see, but yep, so there might be some tetanus danger, but it won't be the end of the world. But I do need to prep up more and then just make sure that I have the right amount of roll-offs for everything. And just make sure that I have a good variety. I'm not even, like, I don't know if I need to go to such extremes where I'm taking a little bit from everything and making a roll-log a piece to make sure I have a consistent usage of fiber throughout everything, or if I need to do something else. I guess I will cross that bridge when I come to it, but I put a lot of crud into whatever these last 6 ounces of bags. So I sort of just want to make sure that at the very least it'll be consistent. So it isn't the case where I'm spinning all wonderful yarn or all wonderful fiber or all dreadful fiber at the end. That doesn't sound very appealing to me. But I have made a lot of progress so far. So what is it? For the year, I've finished 4 skeins, so it's looking pretty good for that. For the pound, or for what counts for the poundathon and spinning the bin, I finished 3. So I am making a lot of progress on that stuff at the very least. And that hopefully I won't need to touch the awful bits, or that I can use my other fleece for accents and stuff like that. I'm not sure. We shall see. I was looking at buttons for that, for that sweater, but I realized I didn't have the yarn with me, and I realized when I was looking for the other buttons that having the actual colors there was going to be actually really helpful, so I had to hold off on that one. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Not really. What is it? There's still, what is it, a month until Stash Dash starts, and so that will likely be a lot of fun. I probably will not have cable TV for Tour de France, so that probably means Tour de Fleece is going to be, excuse me, I'm not sure what that's going to be or not. Whether or not it's going to be some of a chance to really knock out my chocolate shell and fleece spinning or other spin the bin, sorts of stuff. I'm trying to think about how far I have gotten on my spin the bin so far. I know I'm definitely ahead at this point. Or that in terms of just pure weight, I'm ahead, so that shouldn't be too bad in the grand scheme of things. But obviously, if things jump in line, that's a whole different thing. Just like surprise things like the mega sal and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure what my next knitting project's going to be, but I think I'm gonna go on a finishing jag for a little while, and then decide. I don't know if I want to do something lacy or if I want to start another sweater or whatever else. So, there is still time to decide for that, since there's still quite a lot of work for this sweater here. But yeah, it's just sort of random and all over the place. I think that's everything. For the time being, I'm not gonna have another cal for a while, so maybe I'll do something fun and random in the summertime. But I figure a good little break will be nice. Let's see. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. So today is the 12th, which means I will be recording again on the 19th, provided nothing surprising happens, which I'm assuming it won't. And I look forward to speaking to you guys next week. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.